This is the South Pacific Adventist News. Hello, I'm David Gibbons. Some members of the Adventist Church were hit hard by devastating fires raging through California in the last 2 weeks. A total of 117 families were evacuated when fires threatened their homes. 22 Adventist families lost their homes to the fires. The church's Development and Relief Agency, ADRA, was also actively caring for fire victims. The Adventist-owned Hope TV station was one of the many media organisations crippled by the fires. That is why the transmission received here in the South Pacific was affected. Meanwhile, an Adventist church member from Nowra, New South Wales, has donated a Hope Channel satellite dish to George Pascoe, a spiritual leader of the Aboriginal community. Pascoe has now erected the dish at an outback station which is located 650 kilometres from Darwin on the border of East and West Arnhem Land. Now the community has the Adventist Hope Channel with its strong Christian messages 24 hours a day. An Aussie is returning to Papua New Guinea to reconstruct several buildings for a school that he first helped build 40 years ago. In 1967, Mr. John Morris and 34 other Adventists constructed a school building, 2 student dormitories, 2 teacher houses, a kitchen and a generator shed on the island of Ramaga. The volunteers were the first Adventist Church fly and build team. Back then, Morris was only 26 years old, but he has travelled to Fiji 52 times since to assist with other school building projects there. Since 1967, thousands of other volunteers have donated their time and funds to help build schools and churches. A 23-year-old music and education student at Avondale College has just released a CD. Melissa Otto wrote all the music and lyrics on the 13-track album herself. Melissa's brother and sister provided backing vocals and played some of the instruments.
A lot of the songs are about recognising my weakness and recognising that God's love is perfect and He only desires my freedom and my wholeness.
Melissa first started writing songs when she was in primary school. She has been singing since she was 5. This week, Rob Kalinowski received the Adventist-owned Sanitarium's highest staff honour by being awarded Sanitarium Ambassador of the Year 2007. The Ambassador Awards have been running for 5 years and are not awarded to the best employee. Instead, it's given to the employee who best reflects the culture of the 109-year-old company and the mission of the Adventist Church. Kalinowski works in the area of occupational health and safety at the company's headquarters at Berkeley Vale, New South Wales.
Well, the Ambassador Award program was a program we designed not to recognise people for doing a good job, but to recognise people in the workplace that were actually reflecting the culture and the values of the organisation.
Kalinowski received a cash and travel prize, and Sanitarium also donated $5,000 to the Guide Dogs for the Blind, his charity of choice. Sanitarium employs 2,000 people worldwide. There are 7 factories in Australia and New Zealand. And in brief, Australian Gary Krause has been ordained to the ministry at the General Conference in the USA. Pastor Krause, who works at the US headquarters of the Worldwide Adventist Church, used to work as an editor at Signs in Warburton, Victoria, and as the creative director at the Adventist Media Centre in Sydney. A new chapter of the Adventist Health Association will commence in South Australia next year. There used to be a chapter in every major Australian city, but support dwindled over many years. Now the Australia-wide network is being revived again. The association wants interested health professionals and church members to use health as a major evangelism strategy for the church. Adventists are now involved in scores of not-for-profit radio stations around Australia. Training in announcing and programming took place at both of the recent South Queensland and North New South Wales 10-day family camps. And in this week's record, Noosa Christian College continues its expansion program with the construction of a prep classroom and a 2-storey high school building. The Adventist World Church headquarters has again provided $250,000 to plant new churches in the South Pacific. And a senior church administrator outlines 4 important principles in reaching secular people. That's the news. See you next week. I'm David Gibbons.